This lesson aims to help you maximize your practice time by using what I'm going to refer to as compound guitar exercises. Now, these are exercises that target multiple areas of your playing at the same time, and therefore enables you to get more work done in less time, so to speak. Let's start with today's example, which sounds something like this. This exercise is the Pianissimo improvisation drill, and out of all the exercises I'm going to show you in this series, this is probably my favorite because of all the things that it addresses in your guitar playing. It's going to address your fretting hand pressure and make sure that you're super relaxed while you're improvising. It's also going to address your control of dynamic range and your awareness of what it is that you're playing on the instrument, and it's going to enable you to, in a free form kind of fashion, explore new shapes and tonalities along with whatever backing track that you choose to play along with. And as if that wasn't enough, it's going to improve your time feel with both legato and picking and all of these techniques that we're big fans of. And the key to this one is practicing very quietly. Now, the real test with this, anyone can kind of play along, sort of improvise through shapes with a kind of, let's say, a varied medium to heavy touch, but I want to see if we can play super quietly as a real measure of your picking hand and your left hand control, and also because it's very hard to be tense and play quietly. So it's a super valuable exercise for this reason. What I'm going to encourage you to do is to pick any scale or any arpeggio or any shape that you've been working on, stick on a backing track, turn the backing track down way low and turn your guitar up way high. Make sure your guitar is really loud for this, and practice improvising with a single subdivision. In this case, I was using semiquavers in my head, 16th notes. You play along with a metronome or a backing track. I was just doing it freeform to demonstrate to you. And your goal is to play no louder than the absolute quietest that you can play. And apart from that, you can play anything you want. So just let your fingers wander, don't judge too much what you're playing, focus on the dynamic. Let me show you. What I'm going to do here, like I did in that intro jam, is I'm going to play with a very soft dynamic and then I'll increase it so you can hear what it sounds like. So this is super soft. And as you can hear, there were little spots in there where I was increasing the dynamic range just to show you the difference, show you how soft I'm playing with this one. Now, this is not to say that you should do all of your playing soft. Far from it. Actually, this is kind of an excursion from the way you typically play. Normally you play with a more varied attack, but it's a great way of seeing where tension lies in your playing and where you have habits of rushing and then using tension to slow yourself back down, or by contrast where you have kind of habits of tensing up and slowing yourself down and end up behind the beat, and also where you tense up maybe crossing strings, or maybe you tense up with a certain finger. It's a really revealing exercise, and if you do a lot of your legato practice like this, or rather your improvisation practice like this, you can use any technique you want. You can use legato, you can use picking. The technique is fairly irrelevant, so practice whatever it is that you want to practice. But the more you do this, the more you'll be aware of the tension in your playing, and it will completely evaporate by playing in this fashion. Now, the other cool thing about this one is it gives you a chance to basically practice any scale or sound that you've been working on alongside the process of ironing out tension in your playing. So it's a super powerful exercise. Of course, it's really addicting, so you're going to be doing this for long periods of time. So I'd encourage you to change your strings. Now, that is, of course, the best way to improve your guitar's dynamic range. Stick a set of fresh strings on. If you're going to be practicing loads, maybe try some Elixirs, because they do last a really, really long time, so you'll get lots of practice mileage out of them.